Is that Papa Drip?
Yeah, it's Papa Drip or Papa Drop.
Papa Drop.
I
Sounds
didn't
like
realize
Papa
I had this
Squat.
in my didn't have this in my desk. I was like, Papa Drop. I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna play a new game on this show that I'm just gonna pick a random thing out of my desk, and I'm gonna do that every Thursday from now on because I did not realize I had Papa Drop in my desk.
Yeah, he's I'm not sure what I think about him with his fake accent.
I haven't. Oh, I have heard his accent.
Yeah,
Yeah, he sounds like Puss in
he's
Boots.
kind of French sounding. Yeah, I don't know. He sounds all. I
Don't
don't
let the
like it.
water drop.
Yeah, always hitting on that other female drop.
Right? It's weird. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good way to reminder to pay your bill. So there you go, Papa Drop. So oh my gosh. Welcome everybody to another edition of Zia Comic Weekly, where we get ready to nerd out with you guys, find out what's going on at Zia Comics, and talk about the latest that has been happening in the nerd sphere or the nerdiverse. Or I don't know, I'm trying to figure out a way to really just kind of branch out the nerd world. So yeah. What's up, Troy? What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just getting ready for all these events we're adding in.
Uh,
It's going to be a busy year.
oh man, and we're getting closer and closer to El Paso Comic Con and just all the stuff. Did you get a chance to go out to Albuquerque Comic Con this past weekend?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're pretty good friends with the promoter up there, so we had a little information table where we're giving out information on El Paso Comic Con and giving away free tickets if
Nice.
we had raffle drawings. So some people won some free tickets and some other swag.
Nice, and they had a quite a stacked lineup out there. So I was seeing the lineup, and they had quite a
Oh
few,
god,
quite a buzz going on in Albuquerque.
yeah, it was like over 70 guests. It was crazy. I'm surprised he had room for all of them. It was just so many people.
Where did they have it at? I was like, I know I'm like, but I'm like trying to remember because I don't go to Albuquerque as much. I'm like, well, where could they have had it at?
In the convention center,
Okay.
the side that has 3 floors.
Okay. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad they were able to fill up their 3 floors because the amount of guests that they had on that list, it was just never ending.
Well, third floor, the one side on third floor, it was pretty much nothing but guests. It was
Oh, man.
crazy.
It's the season, man. I mean, I'm excited. It's a new year, so I mean, this is just the beginning, and I mean, there's quite a few to look forward to. And around here we got El Paso Comic Con that we're getting ready for, and I mean that one's picking up steam too. I mean, you guys already got the vendor spots sold out. You got those before the end of 2022. So
Yeah, end of October, all the booths were sold out, and we finally got the software guys to make an automated wait list. So if you're wanting to get on the wait list in case somebody cancels, all you have to do is go through and click on the wait list button. You're in.
you know, last week we talked about tickets and we were talking about, tax returns and, you guys have that payment plan, which is perfect for
Yep.
people to get their tickets and start, paying a little bit here and there. And then by when you get those taxes, you'll be ready to go for Comic Con.
Yeah, no doubt. Then you can just pay off that last payment and you're set.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man. I mean, the list, I mean, it's of course you guys always have something going on. And one of the things you talked about last week was, the events that are going to be having, you can have themed things going on. I mean, and I was excited for the wrestling one, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on along with El Paso Comic Con.
Yeah, we have the panels, the Q&A panels with the featured guest. We have other like informational panels, how to type things. There's going to be arcade set up on the floor, the exhibit hall floor, where you can pay per an hour, or you can just get a full day pass and just if you want, you can just go in there and play games all day. Got all the
I know there's
vehicles in the back, costume clubs. I mean, there's something for everybody.
oh man, it's gonna be fun. There's a lot of people like, gonna have a babysitter that weekend and just yeah, we'll see you all on Sunday.
Yeah, and if you can't get a babysitter, you can buy a child pass. They're a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
So
that's actually, you know what? You are right because I've been seeing some of these babysitting prices, and you're
yeah,
just like, it's more expensive than the date that you wanted to go on with your significant other, and you're like, can we just make it a table for three? It's supposed to be a family date because babysitting prices be going up. So eggs and babysitting prices are going up. So
ooh, yeah, eggs, man, they're like
yeah,
almost $9 to $10 a dozen now.
I,
What's up with
I
that?
I tell you, it's like, well, every year what was I saying? It was like 2020 was the year of the toilet paper. And then, last year it was the gas, and now this year's the year of the eggs. So
It's always something.
I know, man. It's like I had an omelet the other day, and I'm just like, man, look at me flexing on
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm just rolling deep, man.
Look at me. I feel like a rapper right now. I had a 2 egg omelet. Throw some
Two
cheese on
eggs.
it. 2 egg, dude. I'm telling you. Christmas was good to me. I got eggs for Christmas. Oh man.
Can't pay the
Let's
rent
nerd.
now, but
Yeah, I know, right? No electricity, but we had 2 eggs, so we're good. Man, let's nerd out with some of the things that have been going on this week. Any have you got a chance to see any of the trailers, any of the teasers for the upcoming Power Ranger reunion?
yeah, I did see that, and because I interviewed David Yost a couple years back, and he was really pushing for this, so he must have got it through on Netflix. I think the only one I think Amy Joe isn't on it though.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why, but she
I
ain't
actually
there.
have the answer for you right here. It looks like it was money. It looks like she said, I guess she tweeted, she says it wasn't a no. It just they didn't offer me the right price. So she said that there's something cool coming up, but it wasn't the right price. And I believe that's also for the original Red Ranger as well. He's not going to be in it as well.
Um, well, I thought St. John was in it, but I don't remember who. Yeah, because Steve Cardenas was the second red one. He was Rocky.
Yes. Yeah. So, but the first one, it looks like though it came down to money for those two. So it looks like, yeah, we won't see the original, but it looks like they have some surprises building up to it that I think we are going to see, quite a few things for people to be able to be like, oh, hey, that's cool. Like I think they're probably holding out. I think Amy Joe is going to be in it though.
Man, I know she's one of the more expensive ones to bring into a con. So she probably wanted a little more money than the rest of them to be in the reunion as well.
I would imagine. So, okay, because you've dealt with I was like, you've dealt with the Power Rangers before. I mean, you got he's got the direct line to Zordon and to be able to call the Rangers because that's how this works. I hate this. I know I'm joking, guys. By the way, I am joking because I know we've talked about this. People are like, can't you just call them and say, come to my party? Like, it doesn't work like that, guys.
Well,
He
yeah,
really
most of them have to go through a rep. I do have a direct connection to a couple of them, but not many.
But I would imagine some of them are definitely high in demand because I would think, Billy being one of them, David Yost being one of them that he's constantly called him because you see his Instagram and he's always at a con, always at a morphin con. Like these guys are always busy
Yeah,
making
the
appearances.
originals are always in big demand, and then the demand dies down for the different iterations of the
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
I
But
know once you start getting past like Lightspeed Force, 911 emergency Power Rangers, yeah, I don't think you really have it. But I mean, there is still some memorable characters from those casts, but you may not. I mean, there may be one character that stands out from that, but I don't know. I would think up to about Power Rangers Turbo, you got a good solid cast, maybe even Lost in Space. So
yeah, I after the original, you kind of lost me. I I don't know much
yeah,
about it after that.
no, I kept up as much as I could up until I became a teenager, and then I was just kinda like, "Okay, is this really how, like, they have time?" I guess once you get to high school, you're like, "Wait, you have time to fight crime and then go to school? I can't even get through school in one day and fight crime on top of everything? Like, you crazy." Like, so I was trying to put it into a real life perspective. But no, man, I mean, it's just gonna be really neat to see everybody together on this film. April 19th is, I believe, when the project's gonna be coming out on Netflix. And I don't know. And then of course you get the whole they're gonna have to bring up Jason David Frank. I believe Jason David Frank wasn't gonna be involved in it, but I think they were just trying to trick us with this.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, the filming on those things are done a year in advance or more. So he
Yeah.
might have a cameo or something in there.
Yeah. I
But
mean, he was
you would think a lot of these guys would want to use that as a springboard for con appearance. They make probably as much of a con appearances now than they did on the show because
yeah.
Saban didn't pay well.
You know, man, let me tell you, I know this is such a left field, but listening to some of these, there's been this resurgence of podcasts with old TV shows of them going back, hearing how they did TV shows, and you mentioned
Yeah.
about Saban not paying well. a lot of these casts, I'm just kinda like, "How did you even make it?" Like, it was a
Yeah.
great show to us back in the day, but they were going through it.
Yeah, because they tell you, "Oh, well, you're making residuals." That residuals ain't that much. They're not
Yeah.
making, like, thousands and thousands.
Yeah, like, even with the Power Rangers, like, I think a lot of people by now probably know the story of why they had to switch casts was because ultimately they weren't getting paid a lot, and
Mhm.
the more pricey Ranger were staying and the other ones that they didn't deem worthy, they weren't paying them a lot.
Well, I did, when I was talking to, the guys who play Bulk and Skull,
Yeah.
they at one point, they bought all the original Rangers, Suzuki Samurais, as that I know I'm aging myself, that back Suzuki Samurai, they used to be cool. So they got each one of them got, a samurai in their collar. Bulk and Skull didn't get anything.
Poor guys, man, and they were
Yeah,
the comedic relief for quite a few
yeah.
seasons, like, they managed to keep them going for so long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were I think in my mind, they were probably just as integral to the series as the Rangers were.
Yeah. So, you had that I mean, that comedic relief with the action. I mean, you would think with the movies, the concerts and stuff that they did in the '90s that these guys would have been set, and it turns out, yeah, like you said, they're making more doing these con appearances as their characters than they are ever of a show that's streaming on Netflix that is always a top 10 show, even for the younger generation.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in one good show, you can make a living just doing cons after that. You
Mhm.
know, if you just do 1 or 2 cons a month, you make a couple grand each weekend you're there, and you keep your day job too.
Yeah. I mean, between cons and appearances, you know you're gonna
Yeah,
get, you can have quite a bit of a nice living, and like you said, with that normal paycheck that you may have, because obviously, they grow up and some of them may not stay in the business, but this becomes their hobby, but it's just so crazy, man, to think that a lot of these guys do this, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, "Oh, they have to do this because they got no money." Well, they do this because they're making good money.
yeah, why not? I mean, if you can just you get paid to travel to the place, you get paid for your hotel, and you get a per diem, and then the money you make doing it is yours. So
Yeah.
it's kind of yeah, why wouldn't you do it?
I mean, man, trust me, I'm trying to see if we could do that ourselves. Like, it's like, no, no, but there's no interest for a radio
You guys
DJ.
need a DJ?
Yeah, exactly. But it's just great. And like I said, with Comic Con season starting, you're gonna start to see a lot of these things and big announcements. And I'm sure right now with this Power Rangers reunion coming up, they're gonna be in high demand because we're probably gonna see them on Netflix, and then you're gonna see them like, oh, the price goes up because we have this trending show that's gonna be up.
Yeah,
I know
there's
that.
always that too, supply and
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah, that's the bad thing because it's like, I mean, there was one, oh man, I can never say his name properly that you had at the last El Paso Comic Con.
Giorgio
Uh,
Tsoukalos?
no, dude from Breaking Bad,
Oh, Giancarlo Esposito.
Esposito. Yeah, it's funny because Esposito is now everywhere. I
Yes.
mean, as if you hopefully y'all got your pictures with Esposito and you guys, because this guy, I mean, he's got The Mandalorian coming out. I saw him. He was
Kaleidoscope?
Yeah. Oh, Kaleidoscope right now is a huge one on Netflix. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy, it just at you guys got him at the right time, man, because he's
He was everywhere before. Now he's
yeah,
even more everywhere. It's just crazy how much he's blown up. He's a
yeah,
great guy, though. He's a
yeah.
really great guy.
Martine actually got a chance to do the meet and greet with him, and he said that he was so cool. Like he was just like,
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah, he's really down to earth. He's not fooling himself. He up in the green room, he was telling me some of the stories, about when he was doing Breaking Bad, I guess he lived up there in Albuquerque, and he was telling me some of the carjacking stories and the crime stories. Dude can spin a yarn. He's a good storyteller.
Wait, you mean to tell me that happens in Albuquerque?
It's the car theft capital of the US.
I know, right?
And I'm not lying. I didn't make that up. It's true.
No, it's true. It really is. There is data out there that says that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's no man, but I mean, with Comic Con season kicking off, it's just exciting, and it's always nice for us older people to get to I know I hate to say that like that, a seasoned, I'll say, get to
Season.
go back and enjoy our
The
childhood
white
memories.
showing.
I know,
in the
man.
beer.
I'm trying to grow this out to seem more mature, but it's really not working. So,
Yeah, I grow it out. I just look homeless.
oh man. So I was looking online. Have you ever stayed at a themed Airbnb? Like, I know there's these themed Airbnbs that have been popping up lately. There's actually a Marvel Airbnb in Phoenix.
I don't think I've ever stayed in an Airbnb. Period.
No.
No,
I,
there's two Star Wars themed ones in El Paso.
See, and I'm like, okay, that would be kind of cool to go and check
Yeah,
out. Well, you can add the White Lotus to the latest Airbnb. Somebody put together a White Lotus themed Airbnb, and yeah, people be able to go and check it out. Not as pricey as you would have thought it was. So,
I'd
between
be
a group of
afraid somebody was going to kill me if I stayed at the White Lotus Airbnb.
I mean, if you saw the White Lotus, you know that obviously it's fancy and stuff. So you're looking at a couple of grand a night between a group of people. That would be pretty cool. But if you're a big fan of White Lotus, looks like they now have a themed Airbnb for people to go and check out. So,
Unless
and
Jennifer Coolidge is there.
I know for a couple of grand, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, we would have to get maybe 10 people.
Divided by.
That's like, how many rooms are there? Okay, can we divide that by? And then, of course, we all gotta clean up after we're done, like, clean up after ourselves so we don't get charged. So
Mhm.
so I was wondering what would be a cool themed Airbnb to stay at? I mean, we know we got the Star Wars one, but what would be a cool one? If you could make up one.
Theme it like the hood. Just make everything all hood. A microwave that doesn't work
A TV with the rabbit antennas,
with
so
a
that
little
way
bit
you
more on the tips.
yeah, it's like, "Oh, I think I got 1 channel. Great, cool. It's the news." That's gonna work. Oh, man. No, for me, I was thinking about that. I would like to go to, like a Dragon Ball themed, like, a themed Airbnb because 'cause I'm just thinking, like, everything that you have, like, that you gotta search for the Dragon Balls to, like, be able to turn on appliances, like, "Oh, great, look, I can now turn on the TV. I found a Dragon Ball." I just
How
it'd be
long do
kinda
you get tired of looking for stuff though?
I know, it'd be kind of annoying. I
I'm
already
just
get
gonna
mad
flush the
trying to look
toilet. Where's that Dragon Ball?
I gotta get the key to the restroom. I'm not gonna make it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's the big thing in 2023, man. A lot of these themed Airbnbs. Don't be surprised if we're talking about more themes throughout the year just popping up. It's become a quite popular, man.
Yeah, Airbnb is a big thing, and now, like you said, the themed ones are. I've been seeing a lot more of them because there's more competition. So they how they draw you in, oh, it would be different.
I mean, we could do a radio station Airbnb here. I mean, I don't know what we could up a coffee, some
You just
water,
you just don't get to sleep while you're there.
that too. Well, we may put you to work. You guys want to Airbnb at the radio station?
Hey, maybe that's a secondary income for the station there. Do the Airbnb, and
That might be just
here's your
the
room. Don't mind the mics.
I was like, "If you do me a favor, I need you to go ahead and read this for,
Yeah,
a couple times. We'll be good.
every once in a while,
It's
just hit that button.
just make sure you play the next song, okay? We'll be good." Oh my gosh. Hey, man, what do we got going on at, Zia Comics? Anything new popping at Zia Comics?
Ah, new. Well, it's mostly the same old, same old. All the weekly stuff we have going on with the, you know, puzzle tournaments, paint and takes, Magic the Gathering, free board game nights, stuff like that. I think the next big in-store event is probably going to be Free Comic Book Day in May, and
Okay.
that's a while. So, other than that, business as usual.
Yeah, brand new year, so people can go get started in a new comic, and then, of course, every Wednesday is that new comic book Wednesday,
Oh yeah, yeah, lots
so
of good titles for you to pick up.
that's right. Make sure you guys go and visit them at Zia Comics today, and, they can keep up with you on the socials, right? So they can stalk you if they would like.
Yeah, we're all over the interwebs, man. We got the Twitter, we got YouTube, we got Facebooky, we got the Gram or the Insta, or old people like me call it Instagram.
Yeah, the other day that the 3 of us were talking about, I was like, "We're just gonna say Instagram because we are far past that age to try to shorten anything out."
Yeah, I can't try to be cool. It just falls short.
And then the Tiki Taki as well.
The tiki taki, yep.
You mentioned Twitter. But before we go, I wanted to mention we talked about this morning, Troy. Twitter. The revenue is down for Twitter, down 40%,
No,
right? I know.
no.
Who would have thought? So apparently, Elon is auctioning off items from the Twitter headquarters, and we were calling it the Twitter yard sale, right? So, in case you're in the need for coffee machines, pizza ovens, and even an $8,000 sculpture, they're auctioning off these items from the office that apparently Twitter had when he took over.
Yeah, he's such a great businessman. He
He's having a yard sale for Twitter.
well, he should have never bought it in the first place. He got his ego made him buy it. They gave him
Yeah,
a couple options to back out of it. Nope, nope.
yeah.
He had to go and show his business prowess.
Well, I mean, if you're in need of a coffee machine, well, I know where you can get one. So just go ahead and cruise by. I just picture like yard sale style
With
auction.
Elon sitting in a little lawn chair in front of Twitter.
I got a ton of desks and chairs for you guys. I mean,
Everything must go.
that's like, hey, if it doesn't go, it gets donated. I got over 1,000 desks from everybody that I fired at Twitter, and
Oh,
chairs and a coffee machine. Oh, the coffee machine's at $18,000. So yeah, eh,
that's
I don't
like
know
an
what
espresso type machine.
kind of machine they have, but $18,000 coffee machine. Jackie and I were saying, I was like, we went halfers on a Keurig.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
say
was
$30, you can go to Walmart and pick up a Keurig.
right. So yeah, we definitely have different office etiquette
Ah,
around the world. And then a pizza oven that's valued at $10,000. So yeah, maybe your office needs a pizza oven.
yeah, what you need to do is get Elon Musk to buy the station.
I'm gonna be outside selling a pizza oven. No, we're okay.
I got a toaster. Here's a toaster.
I just like, yeah. The Elon's selling desks and toasters outside on California Street. So pick
Ah,
them up while you can, everybody. So yeah, Twitter down 40% from a year ago, and he's having the Twitter yard sale. So
I don't think it was that profitable even before he bought it. So
it did not seem like a purchase to buy. Like it just, I don't know, man. I don't know what his idea was for it. He made a lot of people mad. Then you can't even really delete your account because it kind of prohibits it. And I don't know, man. So
but
hopefully he makes it
yeah,
up next quarter.
do you have your blue check mark? Did you pay your $8 for a blue check mark?
Apparently he needs more check marks because he's come
Yeah,
down to him selling a pizza oven.
that is just I don't know. That guy.
Just if you want anybody to take business advice from, it's Elon Musk. So
So they should be able to buy Twitter back from him for pennies on the dollar right about now.
I kind of think that's where it's headed with Twitter. I was like, I think they're about to like, hey, you know what? We'll just take back over. So,
That Google will buy him. Google's buying everything.
so, and they're gonna buy that pizza oven. That's what they're gonna buy. They're like, we'll take the pizza oven and coffee machine, and we'll be good. So, oh man, guys, make sure you follow Zia Comics, of course, on all their socials, even Twitter. While Twitter's still a
While it's
thing.
still around.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow Hot 103's Big Show, Hot 103's Big Show on Facebook, Joey on the FM on Twitter. I have gotten to the point where I'm trying to post a video a week, but it just doesn't work. So I'm getting there. It's bad. My son's becoming more TikTok famous than I am. So, well,
Yeah,
so
well, kids,
someone's got to be famous, right?
babies, puppies, and cats. That's how you get your views.
Exactly, man. Nobody wants to see me. I'm not that cute. So
I wasn't going to say anything, but
that whole face for radio thing apparently
yeah.
is a real thing, everybody.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see y'all next Thursday.
later, nerds.